This was a good episode. I don't know if I think this episode was better than episode 87. I think I enjoyed episode 87 a bit more. And obviously, I think the battle between Freed and Spinell in episode 86 was also better than this one. But I think emotionally, this battle meant a lot. Because the battle itself was kind of like, it was mostly like a power battle. Instead of like a intelligent dexterity and power, right? But the emotional thing, and obviously the thing that happens then there at the end, with the evolution, Liko face right here. I think this is my favorite Liko face in the show. And with the side guard basically being like, sorry master, but I can't follow you anymore. So I like that. Then, side guard's kind of like, you're doing the wrong thing. And I like that side guard basically. This was all basically from Psycho's perspective a test to see how Gibeon would be like when they battle, if they would have that bond. And I guess for Zygarde felt like we don't have the bond maybe that we used to have. My master and I. My master is too obsessed with this thing that like maybe he sees me more like an object rather than a partner. Now, comments. Let's see. By Duplin, I'm gonna read 2 comments by Duplin on episode 85 and 86. On episode 85, I just put it together that Pagogo's name comes from the sounds it makes. And yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I didn't think of that. So yeah, but it would make sense, right? A lot of in the show, a lot of the names come from the sounds that they make, at least in the English. Yeah, at least in the English show. Let's see. And another one was Freed part was honestly 9 out of 9 for inventiveness. The rest was meh, and I agree with you when it comes to episode 86. And I kind of wish this battle would have had some of that inventiveness, especially from Liko. I think Liko in this battle was a little bit less. I think this would have been a great point to really make Liko just throw out everything out there, on strategies that she've learned over the journey. We didn't really get much of that, so that was a bit sad. But I think the emotional part of this battle makes up for it, even though the battle aspect itself wasn't the best. So Hunter HQ said on episode 87, what Gibeon wants with Lycurium, on one hand, his perspective is reasonable. With longer life, it makes you reliant on the material like a drug and not just a risk to Pokemon. It makes life meaningless if it isn't limited and precious. And I will say that maybe it's just my brain at the moment. Like I'm having a hard time processing because I'm kind of like, oh man, I'm really looking forward to episode 89 of what's going to happen. Because episode 89 will be the last episode in this season. And then after that, I think we're having like a 2, maybe even a 3-week hiatus. And then I think there's like a short movie that's like 60 to 70 minutes long, I think, is coming out. And that's going to be the beginning of the next arc. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. Horizon is reaching the horizon.